now has an easier chance to nick the throw away from the Swede, and he will get a chance surely, and does.
Game shot on the
That's
fifth leg.
classic
Scott
Mitchell, and look what that means to him. But Mitchell has only thrown 12 and gets a chance to break in the last leg of game 1 on Wednesday. Bends the wire. Hits the shot
Game
with
shot
an
on the match,
assist and
Scott
wins
Mitchell.
by 4 legs to 3 in a fabulous game of darts to start the day. Played in a fantastic spirit. That's good news for Mitchell and good news for Dom Taylor as well, because if he wins against Anton Ostlund in game number 2, we will have a logjam at the top after that. But there's a risk that that might be his last shot. It might just be the last shot he has in this match. Oh, look at this. It's double 12 again. What
Game
a
shot in the
performance
match,
that
Dom
is.
Taylor.
That is remarkable from Dom Taylor. He hit almost everything he went for. 102.12, his best performance of the week, and what a time to do it. It takes him to the top of the table. They call him the Tower. Well, he's the chairman of the Tower in the penthouse now. A wonderful performance with the 138 at the end. And if he has got that in the locker today, then everybody's got a problem, including Victor Tingstrom, who is now second.
And you can't 108.
And he's not on the board yet. He probably will get 6 starts from this mark, but he only needs 3 to get it done.
Game shot on the third leg. Andy Boulton.
Well, like Mitchell in the opening game.
A beautifully crafted Cornish pasty. Maybe an 82 checkout.
Game
He's
shot on
putting
the
the ketchup
fifth
on the
leg.
top, isn't
Andy
he?
Bolton.
Just like that, it's 3-2, and this one's been turned around. That has gone down
Andy O'Carr,
by
32.
8 points, whereas Bolton's has climbed by nearly
Game
20.
shot and the match.
And he
Andy
does
Bolton.
climb in the table as well. He's gone from 5th position into 3rd after the end of round 1 as well. So he provisionally is in a position to qualify for Group B, but there's still a long way to go. Still 4 matches per player to go, or 40 points at this visit.
Game
What a
shot and the match.
performance
Scott Mitchell.
that is from Scott Mitchell. After seeing what Dom Taylor did in round 1, Mitchell performs even better. 4 out of 4 on the doubles and the highest average of the entire week, breaking his own record of 103.66. Double 19,
59.
but he hasn't done it.
Victor Carr 164.
Victor is shell-shocked.
140. Andy O'Carr
And he's played some
78.
good darts this week. He's left points out there, but my word, this has been amazing.
Game shot in
Absolutely
the match. Andy Bolton.
unbelievable. He averages over 109, and I'm not sure what was in the Weetabix this morning, but I want some, because we are being treated to some rather remarkable levels of darts here today. The performance of the week on the back of the previous performance of the week, and he's bettered what Scott Mitchell did in the previous match. There's a lovely dart for double 18.
Game shot on the
it's a
second
great
leg.
check
Nathan
out.
Treadgold.
Dom Taylor, twice. 2 different ways. And he got it on double 11. And Anton does it as
Game
well.
shot and the match.
And that
Anton
gives us
Ostlund.
a log jam in the middle of the table. Anton Ostlund does not go up in the table, but does improve to 12 points. Mitchell has 12. Boulton has 12. Tingstrom and Taylor do have 16. And with that 4-point cushion, it will be interesting to see what happens after this break.
Guide. Yeah, uses it well. Pin
Game shot on the
stops.
second leg. Andy Bolton.
He is playing so well at the minute.
Andy O'Carr 101.
He does have a very famous 158 checkout in his career. Maybe he's going to need another one. Does he even get a look at it? He might not. And he
Game
doesn't.
shot and the
Andy
match.
Bolton's at
Andy
it
Bolton.
again. This time it's only an 88 average, but he's still alive in the race for the top spot. Or as Scott Mitchell's challenge in Group A is concerned, the best he can do is top 3, and even that might be too far to go if Andy's got anything to do with it. A decent match, but I suppose when you compare that to Andy's previous performance, he's reduced his average by 21 points, but he has still won. Not the worst nickname in the world, is it?
I have the worst career in the world, in fairness.
Double 8.
Game
And he's
shown
at
on
it
the second
again.
leg, Dom Taylor.
Who seems to be a little bit devoid of positivity today.
Game
Double
shot
8
on
has
the
been a
match, Dom
friend
Taylor.
to Dom Taylor, and that performance is very unfriendly to Nathan Treadgold. 18 points on the table now, and he has got that plus 15 leg difference as well. It's very much over to the chasing pack now to see if Dom Taylor can be caught. How will they greet each other before a dart is thrown competitively? Monday we had a hug. Yesterday was a hip bump. Today, ... It
First
will
leg,
be,
Victor to throw first.
drum roll please.
Game on.
Well, did that go well or not? I'm not really sure. Now, interesting times ahead. But before we even get there, he must take this out. And he
Game shot on
does.
the match, Victor Tingstrom.
Hugely impressive last leg performance by Victor Tingstrom. I think you understand just how important that game was by the end with those two Swedes there. But Victor gets the points. It wasn't a vintage display, it was workmanlike though. 4 out of 11 on the doubles and an 85 average is enough to get the points, and that's enough at this stage as he equalises Dom Taylor on 18 at the top.
Game shot on the first leg, Dom Taylor.
Stunning performance.
You can see plenty of tops.
Game shot on the
Wow.
match, Dom Taylor.
And I'll tell you what he's just done. He's just equalised the average of Andy Boulton from earlier today. 109.31. So not only does Andy know how to do a 109.31, he knows how it feels to have one hit against him. Second time today, 4 out of 4 as well. It could have been a lot better than that. Looking at the 25. Or the bull.
Game
And
shot
the
on
double
first leg,
16.
Anton Ostlund.
Great shot.
I think I've seen something about the leg averages.
It was rather impressive. Just
Game
like that
shot on
win
the
for
match,
Anton.
Anton Ostlund.
He wins, and Mitchell looks destined for Group C. It could be the same for Anton because his leg difference is 9 behind that of Andy Boulton. But if he wins his final match against Andy Boulton, he could find himself in Group B. So he has a chance, whereas Mitchell, who had the better average in that one, he is very much behind the 8 ball. Make no mistake, Dom would like to have this done before he plays Victor. That is for sure. And that 180
108.
might just be a sign of it.
70.
Still 16 needed for a shot at tops.
50.
Low
Nathan
and
O'Connor,
left.
16. Game shot on the first
Middle
leg,
of the
Nathan
bed.
Treadgold.
Nathan does not strike gold once again.
Oh, he wanted a double that he didn't want in the previous visit.
Game shot on the second
Well,
leg.
I'm only going to say it
Victor
once
Tingstrom.
because we're running out of games in Group A, but Victor's just gone shitting. Time to find out. Does the match continue?
Game shot on the sixth leg,
continues.
Victor Tingstrom.
That's one leg down. He needs another.
16 tops for Victor, for victory.
You can fine Nathan to 11 straight losses.
Game shot on
Monstrous.
the match, Victor Tingstrom.
Because now it is a one-on-one shootout between Dom Taylor and Victor Tingstrom. In match number 14 here this afternoon, the winner of that one will win the group, and the winner of the next match will be going to Group B. That's how this one was done throughout the contest. Even though he was in trouble, Tingstrom did find himself on higher numbers. We can find the Swede to the sea.
Game shot. on the
Boulton
match.
wins that
Andy
one, and he
Boulton.
wanted Group B, didn't he? You can tell by the reaction. Really good game, which involved 7 very hotly contested legs. Andy Boulton earns a lie-in, and he will be back in Group B on Thursday and Friday. Familiar territory for him, and also familiar territory for Anton, who will go to Group C. He will have his tail up because he's played some good stuff this week. He can't possibly be averaging 117 and losing 2-0. It
Game
is the
shot on the
case.
second leg. Victor Tingstrom.
Get a load of this. Gonna split it. 8-8. Second dart to win the group.
Game shot on the match. Victor
And he's the
Tingstrom.
winner and takes it all. Wonderfully done by the Swede. He beats Dom Taylor by 4 legs to 0, and he's earned 2 days off with his first 100 average of the week. You can see how happy he is. Not only his first group win here at the Modus Super Series, but he's guaranteed his first Saturday night as well. And if you want to see him on Saturday night, you can be here. But what a performance that was from Tingstrom. 50% on the doubles as well.
Multiple 100-plus averages and 2 109.31s. One from Andy Boulton, of course. That was matched exactly by Dom Taylor as we get our first max to leave tops.
120.
On 20s. Treble, single, double. There's the single. There's the treble.
80.
Oh,
Scott Lucan,
take it
40.
to a 7th and deciding leg. So again, Mitchell with match darts bends the wire with dart 1. Perfect
Game shot on the
adjustment.
match. Scott Mitchell.
Uses that as a guide to eventually get over the line for 2 and end his Group A campaign with a win. There are the numbers: 82.41 Mitchell, 80.83, and just the 180 coming in the final leg of the match. So Victor Tingstrom is the winner of Group A. And to mull over proceedings on day 3 of Group A, let's join the boys on the balcony.
Yeah, I mean, that last match in the end didn't matter, Paul, but most of the matches before it did. What a day.
Brilliant. I don't think after the first couple of days we could have envisaged the amount of quality that we've seen today. It's always possible, but to see the amount of high averages and great performances from these players, they should all be very proud of themselves. I know that Nathan didn't win a game today, but he tested even the person who won the group in his penultimate game, so everybody had their part to play.
Just looking at those results there as well, Scott Mitchell had his part to play, didn't he? If you look at the first couple of fixtures, he actually ended up beating both of the top 2. First of all, giving Dom Taylor an opportunity and then taking it away from him.
That's just the way this group has gone. It's been quite hard to stomach at times because you think at one point Victor Tingstrom is cantering towards the group and then all of a sudden he's pegged back. Next thing you know, they meet in the middle. And there was always going to be a subplot with Group B as well. And with Andy Boulton, he's been struggling most of the time in this group just to try and have a crack at that. And in the end, I think he was happy just to have a shootout.
Yeah, well, let's talk through some of the key points of the day in chronological order. First of all, Scott Mitchell had 104 average. Andy Boulton then did this. One of the most incredible performances we've seen for some time at the Super Series.
Yeah, this is a personal best anywhere for Andy Boulton. 108 was his personal best before this in a Players' Championship 4 years ago. But the crazy thing is he missed 2 darts at double. It could have been over 110. But I'm really happy to see that Andy's got this new ceiling. And when you're seeing someone go to that level, you just wonder what their next level could be.
Yeah, and then we saw Dom Taylor produce exactly the same performance in terms of the numbers. A fantastic display from him.
At one point, this display from Dom was much better than 109. He finished it off clinically, and Andy knows how to deliver that 109, but also how to take it. But there was a time, I think it was 3 legs in, he was on 118, and he was in old record territory. And I think after 2 legs, he was in new record territory. I think Dom Taylor will be disappointed that he hasn't won the group, but he's got to take confidence from the way he played today.
Yeah, it's not always the case in Group A that things go right down to the death, but they did, and we had 2 winner-takes-all contests. First for third place and that chance to play in Group B. Andy Boulton, Anton Ostlund, and the X Factor got over the line, and you can see from his reaction here how much it means to him to be in Group B.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. When he hits this double 5 with the third dart, you can see by his reaction just how much he wanted to have that late session, because if you think about how he's performed before in a Group B, he has really felt comfortable in that scenario. So I think he's going to be good for Saturday night going through that group.
Not satisfied with that battle for third and fourth, the top 2 then duked it out to see who would get straight through to Saturday. And look, Dom Taylor looked on paper like the man that would do it, but Victor Tingstrom, this 1-2-4 really put the game in his favour, but he produced his best performance of the week.
Yeah, didn't he just? I think it was really apt as well when he was talking to you in this spot, that when everything's on the line, he seems to play his best darts. We're going to take that interview and put it on ice going into Saturday, because he's going to need more performances like that. If you'd said to me the most unrealistic point score for a person in that match, it was going to be 4-0 for Victor, and it just so happened that it was there.
Yeah, some way to seal it, and he does indeed win Group A. We can take a look at the final table now. 2 points clear, of course, of Dom Taylor after that straight shootout. Andy Boulton, 2 points better off than Scott Mitchell and Anton Ostlund. But all the players so competitive in that group, that kind of bodes well for the next couple of days.
Yes, it does. And we had 4 players from Group A in the Saturday night just gone. Chris Mason thinks that we might have 5.
Oh.
And I wouldn't disagree with that. I think Anton and Scott going into Group C, I think they are the favourites to get through in the top 2 spots there. As far as the other 2 going to Group B, I think we're going to get 1 person from coming in the morning, or indeed tomorrow night, to join 5 people from Group A. I think that's a very realistic call.
Well, you can see the groups there. Who's likely to disrupt that prediction?
Well, Dom Taylor and Andy Boulton look great for Group B. On top of that, I like the idea of Gillett getting through. I just think he's maybe at a slightly higher level than Morrison Marsh at the minute. If someone's going to disrupt that prediction, it's probably going to be Scott. But as far as Group C is concerned, Adam Mould, for me, he got through Group C the last time he was here, and he feels very comfortable with that. So maybe it's going to be Adam.
There we go then. Well, just final word, really, on Victor Tingstrom, because I have to say, Dom Taylor just kept producing performance after performance, as did some of the other players in the group. Until that last one, he never really did anything massive. But the work he did on Monday, he just managed to kind of tread water, didn't he? And there's some credit due there on top of that brilliant performance to win it.
Yeah, I think it shows that the mentality that he talked to you about on Monday about having fun. I'm not sure the last 2 days have been fun, but I think the ability to get 10 points on Monday just gives you that platform to not defend a position of being top of the table, but it gives you an opportunity to shoot forward, and you don't have to win as many games as before. But I don't think we've seen the last of the Tower against Tingstrom. I think that might even be a big game on Saturday.
It could well be. Right, he's there, Victor Tingstrom. The other 5 players trying to join him. They'll all battle it out, the remaining players, across 2 groups, across 2 days, starting from 1 p.m. tomorrow, live on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel. We'll be on Sporty Stuff TV from 2:30 and again at 10 p.m. for Group B. But in terms of Group A, well, that one big victory for Victor took Tingstrom to finals night.